And there you go, people. There is Anthony Joshua returning to training for his upcoming fight against whoever. It'll be Counterpunch. I did see some things I liked, and I did see some things that needs improvement. The overhand right, he did keep that up, which I mean that up, the left guard up. So when you throw a shot, okay, when you throw a shot, right, this is supposed to be here. I didn't necessarily care for it down here. Same with the uppercut. When he threw the uppercut, it was here, and we all know it. If you don't know Anthony Joshua by now, if you're a fan of JJ, he doesn't take shots in the temple area well. He'll take a better shot to the chin than the temple. This is the Andy Ruiz damage. Or should I say, these and these. I can feel the pressure point here. Right here, I can feel it. He can't take those type of shots. He'll take a better chin shot. Based on the fact that he got hit with a guy that is probably an underrated puncher like Danny Dubois. And Danny Dubois can hit. And I think there's levels to a lot of things. Chin, durability, whatever, resistance. And I think where it comes to AJ's 35 years of age. So, you know, getting hit with shots like that in these days when your resistance really wasn't superb anyway. It was decent, not superb. That's a problem. Oh yeah, it's a problem. Simply based off the fact that if a guy hits you, you're vulnerable for the rest of the fight if you can't make it a good night. Meaning if you can't land something that ends the show, that guy could possibly end you for show. Right? So that's what I think about that. I think the uppercut should be adjusted more. The guards are definitely up, though. His hands are up. And it reminds me of something that I have to remind people on. Something that happened in my life. I pulled a truck with a trailer too close to another truck that was beside me. And my trailer crushed that front end of that truck. And this was years ago. But I never forgot that. So that's drilled in my mind. Every time I make a turn, I'm always looking to the right or to the left. I think the same thing should apply to AJ in his career of boxing. When you throw a right hand like that, your left should never be down here when throwing that right. It should never. That should be something that makes you kind of paranoid or gives you anxiety for never doing. Makes you paranoid because you know what happened to me the last time I made a mistake like that. That's what should happen with AJ. That's the mindset that he should have. Now, does he necessarily have it? Yes then no. You know, I think the guards are up, but I don't think they should be up where they should be to avoid shots that he's been hurt by before. Okay, so if he gets hit with a shot here, and he has a guard here, right, trying to throw a right uppercut to a guy, right? Now, you can easily adjust it to bring it up. At least it's not down here. So don't get me wrong. Not saying that left, when he's throwing that left or that right, and that left's here, and he's trying to throw that right hand, not to say that left would be too far off kilter to, to catch that shot. But I don't believe in AJ's defensive ability enough to have faith in the fact that he would adjust if it did come to a shot. Because I think AJ is he commits to so many shots. Like that shot he hit Danny Dubois with, all that taunting, all that shit talk, all that talking to him in rounds when Danny Dubois was giving him a beating, right? I think in the 5th round, when he finally caught Daniel Dubois, and Daniel didn't counter at that time because Daniel, I think, was taking a break. I think those were the shots that he was looking for. I think those were the shots that he was anticipating. So when he landed those right hands, that's what he wanted. He just didn't expect anything to come back. It's like if you want something so bad, you get tunnel vision and you suspend the danger or the possibility of danger around you, that something is coming back at you like you're giving something at someone else. You see what I'm saying? So I think AJ has that tunnel vision, like, I want to hit you so bad, I don't give a shit what comes back. But you should, and he should learn from the Daniel Dubois KO that he received in front of 96,000+ people doing so. So saying all this to talk about that pad session back in training, I give him a 67%. No, I give him a 73%. Because at least he passed because the guard was up. But they weren't up. I would like to see guys that he should do pad work with, like Derek James, that does give him something to talk about or something to react to. Because you can build someone's overall ego. Like Ben Davison. Ben Davison did that shit. You know what I mean? Like, look at his power and all this shit. Some Malik Scott shit, okay? You can do that to these fighters, but you're pulling wool over their eyes. They're not able to see what are the possibilities of something coming back. Derek James, and I wasn't a fan of Derek James for many years, but I'm becoming a fan of him because now he went from up top to very underrated because people didn't respect the way he trained his fighters. Okay? So, that being said, I would like AJ from now on to be in there with someone that does keep your guard up. Keep them up. Because if you keep them up, that will give them that psychological, that subconscious, like something's coming back at me. That ignites your reflexes. That ignites your deflex responses. That ignites a lot of things that you normally don't do instead of you just hitting the pads. So what happens? You will eventually get caught with something if you're so worried about hitting someone versus someone hitting you. But you guys tell me what you think about this breakdown of Anthony Joshua returning to the ring, working the pads, counterpunched. Please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.